Today on Suncoast View, Sarasota schools clarify gender diversity issues to keep a safe environment for all students. We'll discuss.
You don't have to wait until October 31st to get in the Halloween spirit. We'll tell you about all the spookiest events happening this weekend on the Suncoast.
And life is a cabaret at the Manatee Players. We'll get a preview of the classic show Reborn on their stage. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome to Michael Klauber from Michael's on East. Great to have you with us.
Here.
Yes, we used to see you in the evening.
I know. This is very early for me, trust me.
Well, but you do have a lot going on during the day, especially at Selby Gardens. We want to make sure everybody understands that there is a lovely cafe there that is thanks to you and your partner, Phil.
It really is great. You know, Selby has so much going on with all the beautiful plants and flowers and right on the water, but Selby Cafe has turned out to be a real oasis for fun food, a great place to take your kids, have a light bite outside, lots of outdoor seating, and we've got a great menu that changes seasonally.
Do you see that expanding any further?
Well, there is kind of a big plan going on at Selby right now to expand the entire gardens, and there's a great opportunity that we're working on right now to create an amazing new restaurant on top of the new
parking
facility.
garage.
These are renderings we're looking at?
This is the future interior of our new restaurant on top of the gardens. Looking out at the water, across the trees, across the gardens.
Oh, wow.
Lots of open air, open kitchen. We're going to have a roof garden which is going to produce things that we're going to be able to use in the restaurant.
Oh, man.
And it's going to be the first certified energy positive restaurant in the world, which means we're going to generate more power than we actually consume.
Perfect for Selby Gardens.
Absolutely.
Can I just say and be frank, like 10 years ago, even 15 years ago, I thought Selby was a snooze fest. I mean, I wasn't interested in plants or anything, so it was like, oh yeah, I'll go if I have to. And it is like one of the most exciting attractions we have, and thanks to you and all the collaboration of Jennifer and the whole team, it's pretty amazing.
It's a great team there. Jennifer's done a great job in leadership, and I feel confident that that whole new plan is going to come to fruition, and we're going to all be blown away with this gem right in the middle of our city.
Well, I would go there to eat, listen to music. Right, yeah, because now the dining is part of it. I mean, to have those views in a new absolute upscale restaurant setting, very exciting.
And Joey, that was why you got bored, because there was not much to do.
Right.
Now there will be something to do.
Yeah, so watching it progress has really been exciting, especially for me, because it's changed my whole opinion of that attraction and the growth of the Suncoast. It makes me very excited.
Well, good. That's exciting. Exciting for Selby and exciting for Michael's on East as well. So thanks for the heads up. All right, and speaking of Michael's on East, we will recognize the face in our Rice's Appliance Kitchen today. Michael brought his buddy Chef Jamil from Michael's on East with him as well. Great to see you, Jamil. What are we cooking today?
Today we're going to do a beautiful bacalhau Portuguese, which is actually a cod. Usually it's a salted cod, but we have a nice fresh cod right here, so it's going to be a beautiful array of vegetables and potatoes and eggs and you name it, it's in there, so it's going to be great. Something
very different, but it looks absolutely wonderful, so we will learn about that as well. It's a busy, busy Friday. We like to wrap up the week with lots going on. Today is also Makeover Madness. Let's meet Dawn.
So, why am I here? Really? Look at this, okay? No, really. The way it is my hair is growing out from a very short cut, and I've gotten to a point where I just don't even know what to do with it. I'm not that kind of girl. I can't look like this. I gotta look very trendy and upbeat because that's my style. So, I know that if I took advantage of this opportunity, I would walk out looking like a bomb. And that's it.
I love Dawn. I love Dawn. Great attitude, and we all know that growing out a haircut is such hard work, and you just get to that point where we're like, make it better! So she's at the make it better point, and we know that cutting loose will make it better, and we will see the results coming up. But I like her attitude.
Yeah, what a fun makeover model this
A
week.
lot of fun. It is time for our first hot topic, and Sarasota County schools are implementing new gender diversity guidelines. The districts say that the guidelines are to help school leaders ensure a safe environment for all students. For example, it gives transgender students the pick of their preferred pronoun and also which bathroom they choose to use. But some are complaining that this decision was made without school board or public input, and it gives too much power to young students. The district says these guidelines were already the status quo for school operations. They were just meant to clarify. Boy, this seems like one of those things where I think they literally just put something in writing so that it could be official, and everybody said, whoa, 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 don't make policy without us. This isn't new.
Well,
Right.
why does the community decide where somebody goes to the bathroom?
Seriously.
You know, that seems like a very personal decision to me.
Right.
And I would imagine the individual principals and administrations of each school are happy to have this written down so that it's not a judgment call on them anymore. It
Right.
is just the policy.
Right.
If I was a parent, which I'm not, I imagine I would be upset if these things were happening before I knew about them. But in some cases, with this topic, it needs to happen outside of the parents because it needs to make sure it's safe for the student.
Yes.
And as a parent of an 18-year-old in high school right now, I can tell you that for the kids, it's very confusing and challenging for them too, because of how they have to react to all of these different friends that want to be, looked at differently.
And from the teenager point of view that I see, the kids do a better job both accepting and rolling with it than the parents.
Well, I agree
because
with that.
for
Yeah.
this generation, these choices and these decisions, they've been through this. They've watched their peers, especially as teenagers, make these choices for themselves and about themselves over these past several years.
Isn't that good news?
I
It's
think it
just
is.
accepted by the time kids get to this age.
My kids have a better attitude than most adults that I
Yeah,
see. I mean, they
absolutely.
really do. It's not a big foreign concept to them.
And,
Yeah.
and we've always said, like, when it comes to issues where there's a lot of gray, oh, who knows, what is the rule, what's not the rule, I go back to, like, it's good for each school that they don't have to make this decision
Yes.
because
Right.
then it becomes personal preference of the principal.
Right.
As
You don't want
opposed
that.
to,
Well,
nope,
and,
this is our policy.
And when the parent that isn't doing a good job being inclusive or understanding calls at the school and says, well, blah, 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 now all the leadership of the school does is hold over the document and say, this
Yeah.
Yes.
is the district policy.
And it is good to have a consistent policy. It's good for the students and the parents and of course the school leaders.
And in some cases, some of these kids, I know it's not really the issue of their policy right here, but some cases, these kids go to school and it is one of the only safe places they can go to if their homes are at odds with their issues. So, I don't know, we put so much pressure on our teachers to do
I
so
know.
much that to just have this written down is probably easy.
And I agree with Linda. I'm not sure we need to vote on where people are going to the
Right.
bathroom at this point in
Exactly.
I
life.
think the rule of the world should be just be kind.
Yeah.
Take the kindest
Which
path.
kids are born knowing, it's like
Right.
we teach them otherwise as they grow up.
Yeah,
so,
very
yeah.
interesting. All right, I love this story. This is my favorite of the week. We know a bride is supposed to be the star of her own wedding day, but one woman may have taken this concept a little too far. She is admitting that she used smoothies to fatten up her bridesmaids. They were also her sisters, so that she would look the hottest on her wedding day. She said she made a special drink every morning for them, but they never knew it was designed to make them gain weight. The bride, or should we say bridezilla, always felt a little bit plain Jane in comparison to her sisters, and for once she wanted to shine. She also had them wear neon yellow dresses, claiming she wanted them to look like sunshine. But really, she was trying to wash out the fair-skinned blondes. She admits to feeling slightly guilty when she looks at her wedding photos.
I should hope so. You never make yourself look good by trying to make somebody else look bad. It doesn't work that way.
They call that karma, and you know what she is.
This is
That's all I'm going to
right
say.
out of Mean Girls. Remember where she tries to
Oh.
fatten up the girl to
Yes.
get back at her? Like that's how angry would you be if somebody had been tricking
And
you
it
for
worked.
this long?
She admitted by the final fitting that they were all had roles and dress issues.
She might look good in her wedding photos, but she's not gonna have anybody to look at the photos
Well,
with after
if that was really her, and we're talking about it all over the country, so yeah.
Yeah,
look
no,
at
the
yourself
secret is
now.
out. She definitely admitted the secret.
Sounds like there's a movie script in that someplace.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
and what if you're the guy and you just found out you married Psycho Girl here? I mean, there's a little bit of a red flag going there.
That's a big
Yeah,
red
what is
flag.
the after story right now?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm dying to know, though, because the whole thing is quite entertaining to me. So do you talk with your coworkers about how much money each of you makes? Odds are the answer is no. But a Harvard Business School study said that 80% of us would actually be willing to pay money to stop an email that contained our salary information. Why? Researchers found that we actually undervalue our own work. And if salaries were more open, it would actually benefit workers. Some suggest an anonymity movement to reveal salaries in a workplace, kind of like #TimesUp for salary transparency. Why are we so concerned about knowing that?
I loved it when I was in after the union, and every market I went into, there was a list of the salaries. So each job had a designated salary that you couldn't go below. So at least you knew everybody else wasn't making more money.
Yeah, did it top out too based on experience?
No, it did not top out.
Well, see, and there's where it gets a little tricky. You know, I'm happy to know that you're not being lowballed, but I would like to know what the upper level is so that I can get some.
There have been times in my life where I have not wanted people to know my salary because I didn't want them to know I was making more, or because I was embarrassed and didn't want them to know that I was not making very much.
Yes,
I think it's a private thing. I think for the job, it should have a range, but every once in a while, let's be honest, there is that one person or those couple people where you're like, it's worth it to pay more to have that person, and that should be private, I think.
And then it'll get to be a real problem because people will be fighting over this. What, you're making more than me? I work harder than you.
Right.
So people will be arguing about it.
Yeah, someone's going to be upset. Someone that you work with, whether it's you or another person's going to be angry about a salary comparison.
I mean, I see it where, you know, there is a real important part of it is the anonymity. I do think that that's important because you've got people that have been there that just started, people that have been there for years. You know, with us having employees that are with us 20, 25 years, they do want to keep it private, and it probably should be.
Yeah, I like the anonymity part, but I do like knowing that a job fits in this bucket of money and this job fits in this bucket of money. Because how else can anybody know what they're working for?
Yeah, and no one wants someone's pity. You know, like if they find out that you're not making what people expect you would, you don't want people to look at you that way.
Well, Michael, I would say if they're still there after 25 years, they must like what they're getting.
Yeah, you're doing an okay job keeping them happy. That's very true. All right, well, here's a sweet story to help us get in the weekend kind of mood. A kindergarten class in Tennessee wanted to give a birthday surprise to their custodian on his 60th birthday. James is hearing impaired, so the class all learned how to sign happy birthday to him with sign language. James has worked at Hickerson Elementary since 1991. Aww.
What a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing, and that's the beauty of young kids, right? They just want to make somebody happy, no judging.
And they've been taught it's a good thing to make somebody happy.
Yeah, whenever someone goes above and beyond to do something special for someone, like they all learned to sign for him, that's what touches people, I think. It's not what you spend. It's what you do.
Right.
Yes.
Especially somebody that's challenged and somebody that's been there that long. That's really impressive.
And doing the work that not everybody would want to do. So it's nice to see the young kids appreciating that. Exactly, I agree. We're going to check in with our mid-morning forecast when we come back. Manatee Players previews Cabaret.
So later this afternoon, we'll watch a cold front advance into our area, producing a lot of showers already and even a pop of lightning or two. That cold front attached to an area of low pressure which travels off to the north and to the east. Now, we'll get a little bit cloudy, and we'll also have periods of clearer skies, so we'll have kind of a mix of sun and clouds, and that will allow for some daytime heating, which will bump our temperature up this afternoon and actually help to kind of destabilize our atmosphere. Across our region, we'll look for that sun-cloud mix to be with us through the afternoon or maybe even into tomorrow. As the front moves through, our winds become strong out of the northwest. That means rip currents will be a problem. It also means that moisture is picked up off the relatively warmer Gulf waters. Clouds are created, and they're kind of hurled back in our direction. With a little shift in the winds tomorrow, we'll start to lessen the amount of cloud cover we get. Today's daytime high comes in at about 85, and will increase our rain chances through the afternoon and max them out with a cold front this evening.
These were happy gathering places of song, dance, music, and drama. And then in the early 1930s in Berlin, life and cabarets changed as the Nazis took over. The musical cabaret opens at the Manatee Performing Arts Center on Friday, and we welcome Cassandra Santiso. She is playing the lead role. Wow, we're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
You're playing Sally Bowles in this.
Yes.
So tell us about the play for those who haven't seen it for a while.
So like as you said, it takes place in 1930s Berlin, Germany. And it's a very interesting musical because you have all these happy, flashy numbers, but it's also at the time of the rise of the Nazi Party. So there's some serious moments and some dark undertones as you're having these big musical numbers as well.
And the music changes. That's always surprised me. The music is happy and upbeat, and you feel, it's like a feeling as the music changes.
Right, so the first act has a lot of those big dance numbers, and then towards the end of the first act is where that Nazi theme comes in, and then the numbers get darker, and the second act is it's an emotional, dark place that it goes.
It touches the very lowest in us, I think, the darkness. Now, a lot of people saw the movie with Liza Minnelli. So how is this stage version different than the movie was?
So the musical actually came out in the 60s, and then when the movie came out in the 70s, they cut a bunch of numbers and they added a lot of other songs as well. So in the version we're doing is the was recreated in 1998, and they added songs like Maybe This Time, which Liza Minnelli made famous, and the song Money. So there's some different, it's the same idea of a story, but different numbers that were added.
Now, this is sort of a personal role for you. Your mother has played this part in theaters around here, Eve Caballero, who was on our show just last week.
So she actually played the part of Sally when I was 2 years old, back when we lived in California. And I've done a lot of roles myself, but I've never done a role that she's done before. So
fun.
This is
That's awesome.
new territory for me. So, and as you know, she's in a show at the Players right now, but she actually has tonight off and can come see me. So that's exciting. So she'll be seeing it tonight.
Are you worried about her seeing it?
Oh no, I'm excited. She's a big supporter. So
what do you hope the audience takes away from this play?
It seems very current to today with politics and all that stuff that's going on. So I hope that people sort of look at themselves and learn something.
Okay, well, we want to hear you sing. So while you get ready to sing, and you are going to be accompanied by William Coleman, you can go over and get ready while I tell everybody that Cabaret is opening tonight at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. It's going to be there through November 11th. And when you hear her sing, you've got to see it. Cassandra, take it away.
To have a girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb. Isn't that long a stay? Life is
at the Manatee Performing Arts Center through November 11th. For tickets and information, go to their website. Next, from pumpkin festivals to Celtic music, we'll tell you all the fun things to do this weekend.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
We are taking a look at Dawn. She is in the midst of her makeover. Ooh, do you think that's a color choice chart? Go blue, go blue. We will see her coming up in just a little bit and find out about her choice. Well, speaking of choices, as we head into a weekend, we thought we'd have a sweet treat thanks to Bluebell Ice Cream. It is never too early, I know, don't yell at me, to get in the holiday mode. These are their peppermint flavors, which are out for the season. The pink is peppermint, that's kind of the classic with the pink and green candies in it. But the white ice cream that Joey and I have is peppermint bark. Oh
it has
my.
a little special surprise in it. It's got the bark in
Talk
the
about
ice
it
cream.
so I can eat.
It's delicious because it's got the chocolate, the bark inside the ice cream.
Oh
so
my gosh.
you get the great peppermint ice cream, but you get the bark bite in each
Oh,
bite.
the actual candy. I see it.
This one's great with all the candy pieces in it.
Yeah,
too.
this is amazing. So I know we're kind of in the spooky season this weekend. I'm jumping right ahead to the holidays because I will admit peppermint is my favorite flavor of all ice cream. So it's out with Bluebell. You will definitely want to check peppermint and peppermint bark out. And we'll just keep this right here with us until we have a little bit of time.
All ready for Halloween.
So, exactly. We're going to eat candy all weekend before we get to ice cream. Tell us about all the fun events coming up around the Suncoast.
Oh, everybody's going to be decorating this weekend. It really gets started. And if the little kids are scared, they can go out to Big Cat Habitat. It is on the 27th, and it is going to have lots of pumpkins. They have a new little baby lion cub. They have baby goats and lots of fun things. Wear the costumes. So it's going to be a great way to celebrate Halloween, and it's not going to be scary. So that will be a really fun, different kind of thing.
Yeah, and a good reason to take the kids too if they haven't been to Big Cat Habitat in a while.
And adults.
Yeah.
I love to take visitors out there because there's so much to see out there.
Well, the temperatures are down, so it's a really good weekend to put the kids in the costumes and go out.
And we've got the 3rd annual Celtic Festival. This is always a fun thing to do because it's so different. It's the Celtic Music Festival. It features Celtic fusion, Celtic folk, Celtic rock, and a lot of Celtic food and drink and fun. So you can go out there and do something different. There are craft beers, and everything is very authentic Celtic. It's Friday and Saturday at Nathan Benderson Park.
And that's that Blue Sky all-female Celtic band that has been on our show in the past. I know they're going to be there. So it's not everything is Halloween-y this weekend.
No, you can only do so much Halloween.
Yeah.
You need to take a break sometimes.
Good point.
But all of us like to do Halloween too.
Oh, sure.
And one of the most fun places is at Hunsinger Farms. Oh, I think I've been out there for the last 23 years.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing it 27 years now. And there's just so much to do out there. I mean, there are shows, there is music, there are camels, who would think? And there are all kind of Halloween games and great fun. So that is awesome. And then, of course, there's the 30th annual Fruitville Grove Pumpkin Fest, and it has hay rides and pumpkins galore and mini train rides and all kinds of things for the kids to do. So that is just a fun place. Everybody can enjoy that. And you're outdoors, and it's so nice just to be out in the weather. And then on October 28th, Selby Gardens presents Spooktacular. Have you ever been to that, Michael?
Yeah, and it is so much fun to see all the kids in the gardens, in the children's garden. They're having a great time.
What a great place to trick or treat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And they have a mad scientist experiment center for the kids. So there's just something different to do at each place. Lots of great events. And next, Michael's got a very special brand of gin for us to try. Ice cream to gin. I mean, it doesn't get much better.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits. You get all this coverage for a $0 monthly plan premium in most areas, and Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals. So call or go online today. Find out if your doctor is part of the Humana network and get your free decision guide. Discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. There is no obligation and the book is free.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. We're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. Our guest host, Michael Klauber, and his wife, Terry, often lead wine-focused trips to different regions of the world. Well, during a recent trip to South Africa, they discovered more than just wine. They found a special gin called Inverroche. After 3 years of effort, it is now available at Michael's on East. And Michael has brought it to share with us as well. Well, thank you for this special treat.
You are so welcome.
So you are very, very much known for your wine, but it's more than just wine. What makes Inverroche so special?
Well, this is a really unique gin, and not like any that you've ever had before. It's actually distilled using the fynbos from the Cape Floral Kingdom, the very southern tip of South Africa, which is a UNESCO heritage site and one of 6 really famous floral kingdoms in the world. There are over 9,000 species that grow in this area, and 6,000 or plus of them are unique just to that area.
Oh,
so
wow.
This gin is made and then it's distilled and infused with these botanicals from that area. So if you smell this,
well, the first
it
thing
doesn't smell like any gin.
The first thing we have to notice is it's not the color that I thought gin was. So.
I always thought gin was clear. But
right.
So this one, because of the botanicals that it's infused with, takes on the color from all of those different plants and flowers.
It has a wonderful
It
aroma.
does. I smell the orange.
So
It's
you
different.
can take a little sip of it, and then I'm going to tell you we're going to tonic it.
Okay.
And
It's smooth.
people are amazed
It's
all the
very
time when they
smooth.
taste this.
I'm not
that
sure I've
it's-
ever tried gin by itself.
And it challenges my perception of gin.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, I agree, because you expect that bite that you
Yes,
know with
yes.
gin.
All right, so now we're going to try, obviously, gin and
Spin
tonic,
around a little bit,
extremely
well, this is the
popular.
classic drink when we're on
Yes.
safari in South Africa.
Oh,
let
I
me
didn't
tell you.
know.
When
Okay.
you're at the Sundowner, you are definitely sipping a big glass with a giant ice cube and a big snifter like this.
And is that because gins in general are very special in South Africa?
It's actually, gin is hot all over the world right now.
Okay.
It really is. We were in a bar in London recently, and they had over 200 different gins from all over the world.
Fun.
Wow.
We happen to think this one is super special, and as I said, it took 3 years. It's easier to get wine into the U.S. than it is to get a distilled spirit like this.
Why is that?
Yeah, that is a good question. How do you get
this is good.
something from one of your travels to the Suncoast? What is that whole process? Because 3 years is a long time.
It has to get federal label approval. You have to find an importer. You have to find a distributor in Florida. So not easy, but we fought for it. We haven't given up, and we are right now. We're exclusive in Florida, so you
That's
will see it
amazing.
around the country as they get better distribution. And we also, Justin Rickroad, our general manager, also created a cocktail.
Thank you, sir.
We call a classic.
Welcome to our show. Come anytime.
Yeah. So this
Look
is
at
using,
this.
there are 3
Thank
different
you.
gins. There's the classic, which is what this cocktail is made from, the amber, and the verdant. They're all 3 a little bit different.
Oh, wow.
So this one you can see has the juniper berries and
It's beautiful.
and other fruits in it.
It is.
Incredible way to enjoy gin and a great gin and tonic twist.
So we can come enjoy Inverroche with you, but this is not something we will be able to, go to a spirit store to purchase.
Pretty soon you will. You'll
Okay,
start
so-
to see it in more places.
All right,
But
so
we
good
have it
for
in
you for getting
Michael's
this
Wine
going.
Cellar.
Yeah.
We have it in the wine store now. And
Oh, you can buy it at the wine store?
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody that's been with us on any of our South African trips is dying to get it, and they've been parading in to get this gin because we've tasted it when we're there, and they were all like, "Come on, you got to get this, Michael and Terry. Come on, get it going." So we got it. We're thrilled, and we're so proud of Lorna and her whole team at Inveroche for what they've done in creating this really unique and special spirit.
Well, it really says something about your discoveries that you'll wait and still continue for 3 years to make sure that it gets here.
Yes.
I mean, I would imagine if you didn't really care much about it, it would fall off after about 6
Sure,
months.
right.
All right, it's not worth it. You do bring a lot of things from your travels to your menu. So you have a special menu series after your travels called Epicurean Adventures.
Sure.
Why is it important to you to bring these to us?
You know, a part of what I've always loved doing is bringing new ideas and new concepts to Sarasota. I mean, from the first days in the business for me, it's always been about finding new experiences for people to have. And so as Terry and I travel and we lead these trips, for instance, this summer we were in Portugal, so we're just finishing the month doing a whole Portuguese menu that was inspired by that. Next month we're doing Brazil. So we, you know, all of these travels that we go, when we were in France, we bring back French ideas. We love doing South Africa. And so that's really easy for us after coming back from one of those trips with all the flavors there. But yes, it's all about bringing new concepts and challenging our kitchen, because every one of those Epicurean menus has to be the first time that we've created that dish. And what also happens is some of those dishes are so popular they bump something else off the regular menu, and it keeps our main restaurant menus fresh and new too.
Because people love them and you want them to stay.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's such a treat for all of us because sadly in our jobs we don't get to go to countries and experience all the different cuisines a few times a year, but we learn so much. I mean, for instance, what Chef Jamil's making today, you know, something with the egg and the potato and the fish, you know, that's nothing that I have certainly ever experienced before, and it makes me want to go places after experiencing the cuisine with you.
Yeah.
I like this, Michael.
Oh, good, Linda.
Michael,
cheers to that.
You often are very much credited and deservedly with turning the Suncoast into a culinary destination. What does it feel like for you to kind of see how something that you bring in or a new trend can filter out into all of the culinary scene here? Is there a sense of pride?
There is a great sense of pride in what our community is creating. When I look at the Sarasota Manatee Originals and 60+ restaurants all working together from tip of Anna Maria Island to Venice Pass, all passionate independent chefs and owners that are doing something great to continue what I think has become a true heritage of our region.
Absolutely.
Is a culinary heritage, and a great part of that is the food and beverage and the great restaurateurs that we have in
Well,
this
thank
region.
you for getting it started because we love that part of our area. So cheers to you.
Yeah, we've got a great education thanks to you.
For more information on the Epicurean Adventures at Michael's on East and all of their unique offerings, go online or visit them in person. Online you can find them at bestfood.com. When we come back, we're going to learn about a new slimming treatment that's come to the Suncoast. And coming up later, our Makeover Madness model is in our WOW one-day painting green room. We'll see how it all turned out coming up later on in the show.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device. This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Jess Dowdrick. Today at noon, Democratic gubernatorial nominee Andrew Gillum is Sarasota bound. We'll tell you where and when you can meet the Tallahassee mayor. Plus, ABC 7 is celebrating teachers in our community, calling them the Chalkboard Champions. We'll introduce you to this week's winner. Now let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we look at some pretty quiet conditions today as a frontal boundary moves through. We will pick up a chance of rainfall and even some thunderstorm activity later in the evening. But then high pressure builds in, and that spells some beautiful weekend weather. Now, on the flip side, winds will be up a little bit. So even though the weather is lovely over the weekend, we will have a rip current issue. And for later today and maybe tomorrow, we might have a small craft advisory up as well for our area waters because of those winds. Our risk of severe weather is pretty marginal today. In fact, it's mostly to the north, well to the north. Our rain chance, though, is 60%.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Welcome back. We diet, we exercise, but there are still those spots on our bodies where we can't get rid of the unwanted fat and cellulite. All right, mine is my inner thighs, for the record. But there is a non-invasive way to target our trouble spots. And Alberto Gutierrez, owner of Cryo Studio Sarasota, is here to tell us about it. Alberto, welcome. Thank you. You specialize in what's called cryo skin treatments. So let's try to understand the whole concept of cryo first. What does that part mean?
Okay, so cryo is basically the therapy of using sub-zero temperatures to make your body better, right? So
freeze my fat.
Yes, so in cryoskin we focus on freezing fat. So the fat cell starts to die when they reach 17 Celsius, and we're bringing down to -6. So when the fat...
Celsius.
Okay,
yeah, that's a really big number in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so once the fat cells arrive to -6, they're pretty much dead. So what happens is that over the next 2 weeks, your body and your lymphatic system is just going to get everything out of there. So we try not to do 2 sessions, every week. So it has to be 1 session every 2 weeks.
Okay, right, because your body needs time to deal with the cells and dispose of them. Okay, so this is called cryo slimming, one of the things you do.
Yes.
Are there certain areas of the body that respond better to this treatment?
Yes, everywhere where you can pinch fat. So when you come to it, so it's quite a few. But our machine is incredible technology from Paris, and we have special treatments for double chin, arm slimming, leg slimming, thighs. We actually also have a Brazilian butt lift setting. So stomach, love handles, back.
So depending on what area I am concerned about, your machine can be tailored to treat it.
Exactly.
That is very cool. That is very, very cool. Okay, so that's cryo slimming. Now, how is that different than cryo toning?
Okay, so cryoslimming, you use it to destroy the fat. And most clients lose between 1/2 inch to 2 inches in one single session, which lasts about 35 minutes.
Ooh, wow.
But we promote, obviously 5 sessions, you're going to get best results.
Sure.
So the cryotoning uses a different technique, which is what our therapist is doing here today. And that technique promotes intracellular communication, which helps for smoothing of the skin. So you want to get rid of all the cellulite.
So
toning,
bumpies.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Sadly, we're very familiar with all of this, as you're noticing, Alberto. Okay, so it will actually help smooth the skin, but it's still that same, we see it happening there live, it is still that same concept of making it cold?
Yes, exactly. So the cold temperatures widen the blood vessels, and that brings more oxygen, and that's what promotes the collagen. Collagen production. That's how you get the smoothness.
You had brought us some also before and after pictures so we can understand a little bit about what we're seeing. So we're looking at a treatment of 1 versus 5. What part here did she work with most specifically?
Okay, so the stomach. If you can see the picture on the left, that was her first time coming in, and the picture on the right is her 5th session. So, so you can see quite a difference.
That's a lot better than abs and stomach work, Okay, and here's another one. Also, it appears to be midriff.
Stomach, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot of people come for stomach. That one is pretty huge. So
that's amazing.
The results are quite incredible. But it's not a weight loss program, right? It's for losing fat in certain areas that you can't really target with diet and things like that.
Yes, because most of us know thighs and stomach, especially as females, are very difficult. But let me ask you this. So, okay, I have my 5 treatments and I have a flat belly like her, which is a dream of mine. How will it come back? Is this something I need to repeat again in a year? Or if my diet and exercise are decent, will I maintain?
Okay, that's a great question. So we always promote a healthy lifestyle. So this is going to be like 1/3 of what you need to do with your body, right? So healthy diet, exercise, and then this is going to put you in the right spot. But to answer that question, once the fat is destroyed, it's destroyed. It doesn't come back. So the results are permanent.
Unless
now,
you
if
make
your
it come
diet
back.
is terrible, you're going to grow new fat.
Right. Okay, I get it. So
the
you can
results are
destroy
permanent.
what's there, and it's up to you to keep it off.
But that's nice if you've been trying very hard and there's just some fat that maybe you're carrying since you were a child that you cannot get rid of.
And
right.
Yeah, and
or
many moms.
babies.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Many
I
moms
get
have some trouble areas that they're very difficult to get rid of. And so this is a great
That
great
baby's
opportunity
18,
for
but
that.
we're not going to talk about that. So it is a great concept, and it is right here on the Suncoast. For more on all of the cryo services offered, and there is a great menu, you can visit cryostudiosarasota.com. We'll be right back.
All right.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs, join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Get local news and information from the team you trust. Like ABC7 WWSB on Facebook to stay connected to the Suncoast.
It's Makeover Madness Friday. Here was Dawn when she came into us today, and she said she was over that hair. Okay, let's take a look at Dawn now. She wanted to be trendy. She wanted to be current, and I think she has got it. What a fun cut. All right, this is Dawn's first look at her new do. Dawn, what do you think?
I can't even recognize myself.
Oh, I love it. Oh, she has such great energy. All right, Cutting Loose master stylist Carrie, who has a very trendy short cut of her own and a perfect choice to work with this hair. Tell us how you, Dawn had a great story. I'm growing out, but I feel icky about it. How do you work with it?
She kind of got lost in her hair. So a lot of people think, well, if I have to grow my hair out, I can't do anything to it in the meantime. And so when I saw her, her hair was really long in the back, kind of like a bob mullet type of thing.
Uh-oh, did she say mullet?
I did. And she's so much fun. She said you can do anything. She her inspiration was Sharon Osbourne. So
oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Dawn, we're going to have you turn, and I apologize for the back to the camera. Either way, because I want to show the color highlights right there. That's perfect. Wow. Tell us about the pops of color along the hairline.
So we did a little bit of highlighting and low lighting so that it'll reflect light. And
it really does.
Yeah.
It looks different on every side.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Continue to do
Yeah, keep doing a slow spin.
Slow spin.
I know you haven't gotten to analyze this much yourself, but when you look at yourself in different angles, go ahead and keep turning.
Yes, as the light hits the top, you can really see.
Yeah, it's amazing. Every time you move, it looks a little different.
It just glows.
So we did different panels, and then we did opposite, like high, low, and then we top coated her with a really fun, like plum raspberry color.
It's so rich, and your skin looks just gorgeous against the color. So a really nice.
I think I love you.
I love you. Her energy, I think she may need to join us more often.
The most fun thing about this is we even have extensions in here.
No way.
That's how we elongated that side.
Well, perfect. What a good thing to remember as you're growing out a cut. You can put in a few extensions, have it all blend in, and have Cutting Loose make it work for you. Great job. Thank you, Dawn. Great attitude. We love your current look. And remember, if you know somebody who would have fun having a makeover, contact Cutting Loose Salon. They're a great partner of ours, and you can find them at cuttingloose.net. Coming up next, Chef Jamil has something special from Portugal in the kitchen.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Jess Dowdrick. Today at noon, a Florida teen is charged with threatening football players at his former high school with a gun. We'll tell you where that happened. And 2 teens are arrested after law enforcement officers say they held a Palmetto teen at gunpoint. We'll tell you where that happened as well. Now let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
Breezy this afternoon. Southwest wind comes in at about 15, gusting even higher. Rip current advisories up for our area waters with a moderate chop. Look for 2 to 4 foot seas today. We may need a small craft advisory later in the day. Our rain chances are going up because of a cold front approaching, which is giving us those breezy winds. As we head into the afternoon, kind of a sun-cloud mix boosts temperature to 85, and we start talking about a 60% chance of thunderstorms as that front moves through. Once it does, we start to clear out over the weekend and our temperatures turn cooler and less humid, and that trend carries us into next work week.
Your last chance for 2018 Honda Accords on sale is now during our model year-end sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American Car of the Year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for Accords, all on sale this week at your local Honda dealer.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Welcome back. We're in Rice's Appliance Kitchen with Chef Jamil from Michael's on East. Wow, look at all this. What are we making?
We're making a beautiful bacalhau Portuguese, which is means cod. So you got a beautiful black cod right here. Now this is one of the cool things when Michael was talking about earlier. When he goes to all these connoisseur clubs, adventures, he brings some, some of the ideas, and he challenged me to go ahead and, look at this picture. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take care of that.
Oh, good for you.
He does, trust me.
Has he ever brought you anything and you've said, no, we're not doing that?
No, as a matter of fact, everything they bring is actually very interesting. He knows what I like, and he knows what he likes. So,
right.
It's a collaboration.
It's got to be a lot of fun for you not to have to be a bored chef.
This would not even be a cool thing. So look right here, I got some fresh
hot
cod.
pan.
Very nice hot pan.
Yeah.
And what I'm using here is a Teflon pan because you don't want this to stick to the pan.
Oh,
because you're going to be using all this cod. Cod is a very delicate fish. Once it cooks, it falls apart.
I'll be honest, you don't usually see our fine chefs with Teflon pans, but it makes sense.
I know. And this one makes a lot of sense because what I'm going to do here, we're going to cook this. You see, I didn't even put any salt and pepper or anything like that. So I'm going to put it on the pan, and I'm going to salt it right inside there. The reason is because you don't want this cod to start bleeding anything else, so you want it to keep it nice.
Moisture.
Keep it nice. So what I'm going to do here, usually it's a salted cod, but that takes like 3 days to process and all that crazy stuff. So we decided to use a nice fresh cod. So right here I got some sliced garlic, and this is the pan that you're going to do everything together.
Oh, I like that.
So,
all the flavors will melt.
All the flavor will match. What I'm doing is putting the garlic first because you want the garlic to start getting a little bit
Why does
flavor.
garlic smell so amazing?
I know.
Oh.
And then I'm doing here is I'm putting some lemon wedges so you can get a little bit of the citrus, flowing. And then we're going to start cooling it down by putting some tomatoes.
There's a science to this.
No, this is very cool stuff. We're going to have some olives. So you get the olives. And one of the things that I'm trying to do here is to get all these ingredients in the pan so that the flavor starts losing because you're going to hardly move it.
Even without a lot of liquid.
Even without
we haven't really put any liquid
in it. So what you do, the liquid is going to do is just basically steam it. So you can, and once you're done with this dish, it's basically going to be so flavorful, and the potatoes are already cooked.
Okay.
So we're going to make sure they get them in there.
Get the flavors.
Get the flavors in there. See, and I'm not even moving anything. I'm just letting it. I'm just letting it.
Even on a really hot pan.
On a very hot pan. And that's the cool thing about the Teflon pan sometimes. If you get it way too hot, and then you're going to burn everything. So right here is like in a medium high.
Okay.
And if you can see, all the stuff is getting cooked very nicely.
Oh, the caramelization on that
caramelization
garlic
is
is amazing.
You got some roasted piquillo peppers right here, so you can see all the color.
Oh, this is looking beautiful.
Very traditional dishes, and the Portuguese cuisine, because they're on the coast like that, and so much, the seafood dishes are incredible.
So now I'm going to put a little extra salt for the vegetables to cook.
So Michael, do you go to a restaurant and they serve something like this and you think,
Oh yeah,
take a
Terry will
picture
tell
and
you.
it gets sent
I'm taking
to Jamil?
a picture. I'm taking a picture of the menu.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll talk to the chef and they'll get insight into it, and then
fun for you.
Bring it back and tell Jamil about it. And so many times I'll be having lunch at the bar and I won't get what I ordered. I'll get that dish that he recreated, and he hits it 95% of the time.
That's
maybe
amazing.
100, Jamil.
That's a good
I was going to
percentage.
say, the percentage is very high.
Because they probably don't tell you all the ingredients.
So
the
one
chefs.
thing I'm doing right here now, I'm flipping the fish. Right, so it's
I love
cooking
the
at
color.
one
It did
side.
not burn. Look at that. It's golden.
It's not golden. You see the vegetables are still not moving.
Yep.
Right? So
So
here's
you want that color on
yeah.
everything.
And then we got some beautiful white wine here, and this is where we're going to get the vegetable nice and steamed. So you make sure you get it all around it. And make sure there's a nice liquid because you're going to simmer this to finish cooking the vegetables and all the flavors.
Wow.
Right?
This is smelling good.
So simple. The aromas and the flavors you can tell are just amazing.
Now, originally, I like to put a little bit of butter in some of the dishes because it gives it a nice little fat into it, right here. And you can see all the vegetables are going to be nice al dente. They're going to be nice and fresh, and it's going to
A little butter always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little butter.
That's how we get our sauces.
Right. And then I got some virgin olive oil here, which you just want to put around there so all the flavor comes together. And then just let it cook.
How long do we cook it?
You cook it until well, about 3 minutes. Make sure that the fish is all the way cooked, but from the butter, it's actually the bulk of the
It smells amazing.
He makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
You know what, though? You can smell it, and you can enjoy this. This is a Portuguese cod, and it is on this month's Epicurean Adventure at Michael's on East. Every month is a new international flavor, from Michael's travels to Chef Jamil's talents, and it's truly a way to experience cuisine from all around the world. Michael, what a pleasure. Thank you for joining us, Chef Jamil. Beyond a pleasure. We are going to dig in soon. It's Friday. Have a wonderful, safe, and happy weekend. Take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.